Letting the theme play for a little bit. For, what'd you say? Sentimental reasons, I suppose. Yeah, so I guess this is the finale. We'll do a little bit of a review afterwards. Because I think the only thing to do is just kind of end the story. I don't even know if we'll get more than like 20 minutes. I have no idea. But we can chat for a bit about it afterwards. You've saved the world. Our memories have been wiped just a little bit. I will say, I've always, through my life, I've always considered myself a completionist. JRPGs have taught me that I'm not nearly as much of a completionist as I think I am. There's Persona 3. I also played Final Fantasy 9, I think it was, a few months ago. And I was shocked when I reached the end of the game and saw how much I hadn't done. Because I'm so used in RPGs to just having done everything and turned every corner and looked under every rock. You know, like Fallout 4, that was all wiped out. Okami 100% did that game. I love RPGs and I try to do everything I can in them. But you get shocked in games, especially games that are really heavy on time constraints, how much content you can miss. Like, so I did everything I could. I tried my best. Oh, I can't even open up the menu. I can't even open up the menu anymore. I was going to check our social links. Can't even do that anymore. We completed most of them. I think it was, the Hermit was almost done, but not quite. We didn't even really get started on the Devil. I think 5 total that we didn't finish. We didn't finish Aigis. We didn't finish Hidetoshi. Or Hideyoshi. We didn't finish Mitsuru. We didn't finish Fuka. We almost did, but we didn't. We didn't finish the Devil. We didn't finish the Hermit. 6. Out of what, 18? And I'm genuinely unsure how I was supposed to have completed them all. I really am. Maybe at the start of the game, if I had played things differently and gotten Yuko's started earlier. Of course, with the Hermit and the Devil, that was, I blame that on the game because I didn't know how to access the Hermit. If I knew how to access the Hermit, I probably could have completed that and the Devil very early on in the game. But I just didn't know. I just didn't know. So those two can be excused. But the school oh yeah, and Keisuke, we didn't finish this. The school personas throw me off so completely. The school social links throw me off so completely. Because I was hanging out with people every single solitary day. But I still didn't complete them all. So I might even look it up. I'm not sure it's possible. The only other thing I can figure is that maybe there were days when I hung out with people when I should have been hanging out with other people. Because thinking back on it now, I'm starting to come to the conclusion that you should just wait most of the time. Unless you really bungle a social link, you should usually just wait for them to approach you instead of just hanging out with them again. And usually you just have to wait. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. But let's say goodbye to everyone. Sorry, I was just thinking about you. Hey, can we go somewhere else? Oh, jeez. Alright, you don't look so hot. You should go get some rest. We'll see you. Here, I'm just gonna sit. Okay. Well, I've been this year. Nothing's coming to mind, but I know we did something huge. Weird how it go to so important. Oh man, I'm getting a headache. Dude, what the hell did we do this whole year? I'm not talking to you. Goodbye, Kenji. Everyone's here. Hi, Chiro. Oh, are you okay? You don't look so good. You should get home and rest before it gets worse. Right now I am... Oh, sorry, you're feeling sick, and here I am making you stand around. What are you going to say? Well, it isn't much, but... Ah, I see. I might reload the save and just try and see all of these. Look at this flyer here. The history of passionate love between teachers and students. People are free to fall in love with each other. There's nothing bad about it. I can see why it would be a problem if it was between a teacher and a student, but it doesn't give them the right to make fun of it like this. I'm going to write a protest letter to school paper. But what exactly? Oh, and I'll be alright on my own. I'll go by myself. Thank you so much. I've made up my mind. It's not much, but next year I want to join the student council too. Things that showed me the way to change myself. It was student council. And you. So I want to push myself harder. I want to like myself more. And I want you to like me more too. I want to be the first one in your thoughts. That's why. Oh, we finally got the confession. What am I saying? I can't believe I said something like that at school. I'm sorry. Well, excuse me. Maybe next time we can go home together. Or if not there, I have a lot of places I'd like to see. I want to visit each of them with you. Chihiro's such a good egg. Oh, yeah, we can hang out with everybody. Aren't you the lesbian? Remember the weird stuff that happened about a month ago? It was near midnight, everyone was standing outside. I was outside too, but to tell you the truth, I don't remember anything about it. I think it's because I'm too worried about Mr. Senpai moving away to another country. So I guess we can hang out with everyone then, and there's no time constraint. But don't laugh, okay? I'm going to the public library. Honestly, I hardly ever read in the school library. I'm studying source medicines. I really don't have time today. I didn't feel like I had the opportunity to say no. Well, I'll be going now. Good luck to you. Yeah, thanks. Remember what I told you before about finding my dream? I never had anything like that until now, so I'd be slacking off. Honestly, my grades suck. It's tough to get them back up. That's why I need to try hard. I seriously want to have fun with you. Cross my heart. I want to be with you. I kind of want you. I take my dream and stand next to you with my hand held high. Honestly, I shouldn't have gone through Yuko. My guilt is coming back. It had swayed because it was a game, and I was just going through the mechanics. But I kind of want to see. Let's just see Yukari's scene. Why not? Fuka's not here, so I'm guessing because we didn't max her out, we don't get her scene. Sure. Everyone's saying I look sick. Sorry for calling out here. I actually have a little favor to ask. Well, is this about her mom's wedding? Because we hadn't heard anything about that in a while. It's my mom. I want you to meet her. Hey, that's not what I meant. I just promised to visit my mom, but I'm still kind of scared. If I see her, I might end up saying some really nasty things. What if we end up hurting each other even more? I don't want to hurt her feelings. I still haven't sorted all this out inside. I think I do want to see her. That's why I thought it'd be great if you could be there with me. You don't have to say anything, really. I'll feel more confident just by having you around. I feel like I can clear the air with my mom if you come with me. So if it's not too much trouble, how about it? Sure. I'll call her up right away. I've been putting this off for so long. Sorry my family is such a pain. Are we actually going to meet her? Or is this like... I bet you're thinking, couldn't I have gone out with someone with fewer problems? I'll be nice. Hey, it sounds weird when you come right out and say it like that. I was just joking, jeez. Almost spring break. It went by so fast. We're already seniors. At the end of the year, we'll graduate and go to college, and then start a career? Well, it's hard to imagine. You think then we'll still be together? I'm just gonna say, of course. I'm actually gonna be with Chihiro. We'll ignore that. How about going somewhere over spring break? Oh, maybe we could go to Destiny Land. Just the two of us, okay? You better not invite anyone else. Like, if we stay the night and stuff. I wonder if anyone else at the dorms would realize if we both went away for a night. That's an embarrassing thought. We'll talk more about it later. She is nuts. Don't forget to leave some time free during spring break. Yeah, as much as I give Yukari a hard time, she's cool. I do like her. I do like spending time with her. Is the tree cut down yet? No, it's still here. I'm a bit disappointed. That never really became relevant. Just a little while ago, the town was thick to them. I'm busy taking so some minor. Cool. Yeah, okay, and it seems like all the teachers are here for some reason. Otherwise, it's just the people we maxed out. So if we maxed out all of the classmates, they'd all be here. Except for Bebe, I guess, because he's still in... Let's check. He might be in the club room or something? No, he's not in the home economics room. So I guess not all of them, just a lot of them. Oh, he might be outside. I don't mind, but you were going out with Yuko, huh? She's been pretty energetic, except because of you. Last time she had this huge book about knees, and she was trying to figure out which muscle was where. It really tickled. How come she can't practice this stuff on you, dude? Well, she's a great girl. Don't let her down, okay, Dad? No, why did I just say that? But yeah, I have to talk to you about something. Don't worry, I'm already cheating on her with, like, at least 2 other girls. I just got back from the hospital about my knee. The results are in, and it's 100% healed. They say I can keep doing. Dude, I was so happy. I almost broke the doctor's back out so hard. Thinking about it now, if I kept hiding the pain in my knee, I get goosebumps, man. I was pushing myself too hard, trying to catch up to you, and I got pissed off because nothing seemed to go right. I went too far again and shot my knee all to hell. Man, I was acting like a little kid. I thought so anyway. I kept saying it was all just for my nephew, but it was just my pride. I got you, the guys on the team, and my parents worried for nothing. Man, I was such a baby. Don't worry about it. Thanks, man. At least I finally snapped out of it, even if it took me long enough. Thanks. I couldn't have done it if you haven't been there for me. I swear, right here, right now, I'm going to do better next year. I'm not going to jump to conclusions like that. I'm going to listen to people. It's hard for me, but well, that's about it. I just wanted to tell you first. Now I'm going to go head to the faculty office, tell everyone there, and then tell the team. Are you alright? You look kind of tired. Go get some rest, man. You know, that's the most important thing, right? Still signed up for the spring tournament. If you slack off, man, we're going to leave you in the dust. Later. Let's see, is anyone out here? Surprise baby's not out here. Senior soon. Ah, yeah. I mean, how am I going to be able to study if she's following me around all the time? If I saw this with like you're stalking and being stalked, I would use my time more wisely next day. You said it. Oh, jeez. We can go to the town map. Just look around. See who we can see, what we can find. I'm not interested in talking to everybody. Is Nozami gonna be here? I'm surprised he isn't. I love that. There's nothing for you to do here. Which is the boy you talked to the monk upstairs. He actually called here trying to reach you. They get a message for you, but I can't quite remember it. Hey, don't freak out. Just hang out a second. Here you go. Wrote it down. Good thinking, huh? But my handwriting is so good, I hope you can read it. Found my wife and son. My son's a good-for-nothing punk, and my wife is frigid as usual. That witch. What? Hey, shut up. I'm on the phone. Lots happened, but I apologize 1,000 times, and now everything's back to normal. I guess you could say we're back in love with each other. I realized, rather than holding on to my pride, I needed to suck it up and apologize. Thanks to you. Take care, kid, till we meet again. That's not the end of it. I hope I didn't. That's the end of it. I hope I didn't miss anything. He didn't leave any contact info or anything, but I'm sure you'll meet him again somewhere. And maybe you should become a monk. Those guys all know each other, right? Anyway, stop by this place anytime if you want a drink. As soon as you're over 21, of course. See ya. Oh yeah, when I came in to prepare to open, one of the regulars was already here. You know him too? He looks so depressed. We should ask him what's wrong. Me? Nah. Yeah, that one guy. I don't know what his deal was. What was his deal? That's so cool. I know it's such a simple detail, but it's cool. And the quiet. Ugh, shivers. It shivers my timbers. Let's see. Oh, there's Bukichi. Who are all these people? Right here, he had a hand in the hidden menu. They're talking about Nozami? They say he tried to buy some dish. He said, could use some fish flakes, so I pushed them in, and sure enough, it was delicious. Fish establishes the hidden menu. I know I can't get enough of it myself. Yeah, he's the one who knows me put our coffee on the map too. Sure, his appearance and behavior is eccentric, but he knows everything about food and his palate is refined. He's in a league of his own. See that famous one? I heard he was planning to leave to tour the country. Well, I was shocked and disappointed, of course, but I'm glad to hear he's doing well for himself. I hear he's got a book coming out. Even when he's far away, I still feel him. Ah, wait, don't run. Are the rumors true that a King Nozomi statue is to be erected in the shopping district? Ah, indeed. Jesus, he's getting a statue? That creep? Hey, Bunkichi. Oh, hello. How have you been? You've been growing so much the last time I saw you. Come on, dear. There's no way you could have grown that much in so short a time. What must have happened is that we shrank, right? Good boy, good boy. You got me there. By the way, I think you've given this whole place a remodeling. I make it even showier than the wing they're adding to the Gegogon. Speaking of which, the school's decided to move the persimmon tree to another field. It'll be replanted on a hill where you can see the whole campus. Yeah. That was my suggestion from the get-go. Like, you can just move the tree. You don't have to cut it down. So our son can still watch over the school and its students. I know that tree isn't really our son, but it still makes me happy. As my dear wife heard, she couldn't stop crying. Come on, smile, bah! Oh yeah, dear, your dentures will fall out. Anyway, we'll support the Gekon High students as best we can. You look very mature now. Must been working so hard. Come visit us anytime. They're sweet. I like them. Is Mamoru around here anywhere? I mean, I guess not, but... Hold on. Station. Nope, no one here. About following Nyx to see if I can get my family back. That was going to have helped. It was my fault taking with this job and ignoring my family. Thinking about going to see my wife and trying to patch things up with her. Check the shrine. Where are you? Oh, it's this guy. Right. I'm Maiko's dad. You have a minute? We could sit and talk for a while? Yeah. I'm welcoming me for a while. I'll buy you takoyaki. It's good takoyaki there, but I bet you know that already. When I see this place, I remember all the times I'd come here with Maiko. Came here when she ran away from home, too. Really loved the takoyaki. She was a good kid, huh? You're right. She's so good that sometimes I wonder if she's really my kid sometimes. Got a letter from Maiko. It's long and full of details about her new life over there. Says she's made a lot of friends. See, she's in charge of the rabbits at her new school, and she has to get up early to clean the cages. They yelled at her for forgetting her PE uniform. She forgot her homework and had to copy her friends. Never knew she was that forgetful. Oh, and she did it so well that her recorder says that she was asked to perform in front of everyone. And she goes on to talk about how she plays at the park right by the school with her friends every day. Her mother's doing well too. They're having a lot of fun together. Having fun. Sounds nice. Nowadays I come home to an empty house. The room seems so big without them. I wonder if she feels the same way about her house now that there's no dad in it. Put that kid through so much on account of our own problems. I feel terrible about it all. Anyway, as for you, oh yeah, I forgot about this part, you little punk. Miss Maiko really took a shine to you. She wrote all about you. Can't wait to grow up, Dad. That's why I'm drinking lots of milk. I'm gonna marry him someday. What's up with that, you punk? You were taking advantage of my little Maiko, weren't you? Maybe I haven't been the best dad, but I'm still her father, damn it. I'm not letting a guy like you touch Maiko with a 10-foot pole. I'll never let you marry her. Don't forget it. Jeez. I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to. She's like 8, I think. Maybe younger. There's like 10 years between us. No. Are you the kid's mom? I'm guessing. Oh yeah, I can see it in her eyes. Oh, you must be. By any chance... Yes. Ah. Excuse me, I'm Mrs. Kamiki. Akinari's mother. My son talked about you a lot. I was just thinking about him. If you have time, could you sit here and talk about him with me? That's wonderful. Please sit down. Today is a special day. Is it his birthday? What a coincidence seeing you today. Must be another of God's tricks. Today is my son's, Akinari's, birthday. He'd be 20 if he was alive. Only 19 years. Wasn't long enough. He was almost an adult, but he never made it. He had a genetic disease. Me, I'm healthy as a horse, but him. The doctors detected it at birth. They knew he wouldn't live to see adulthood. Every day I wondered if he'd wake up the next morning. I blamed myself for what he inherited, but he said something to me near the end. So sorry to have brought so much pain into your life, Mother. Glad to have been given life. I'm glad to have been your son. Thank you so much for the life you have given me. Oh, that's what he said. He was the one who suffered so much, and yet he said that to me. But my son brought me a lot of joy too, holding his warm body in my arms just after he was born. Those tiny hands, that first smile, hearing him breathe easily that night. Every day I gave thanks for him being alive. Every day I found new joy in him. And now I'm so lonely, there's nothing I can do. But my boy gave me so much that I have to keep on going, looking straight ahead. That's how I feel. I'll eat the finest foods, visit the most exotic places. Everything my boy could never do. I'll have so many stories to tell him about the things I've done. On that day when we meet again, on the other side, if I didn't have that to look forward to, I don't know how I could go on. That reminds me. When my son's condition worsened, he started writing a fable. But when I was cleaning out his room, I never found the notebook. He said he was going to show it to you first when he was done. I asked why not me, and he laughed and said, "You'll be the second one to see it, Mom." Supposed he wasn't able to finish the story. I have the notebook. My son, he was able to give it to you. I see. I'm so glad. That was my only regret. It was awful to think he wasn't able to finish his project. I see. You should hold on to that notebook. I'm sure that's what my boy would have wanted. I'll wait for him to tell to me himself when I see him again. Now I have something else to look forward to. I'm glad you and I could finally meet. Thank you. There's one piece of advice I'd like to give you, as an old lady to a young man. Take good care of the ones dearest to you. You wait until their time has come and you're clinging to their cold bodies, and it's too late. Everyone who's born will die someday. Not just Akanari or me or you. It happens to everyone. Before that happens, it doesn't take a grand gesture. You don't have to make a big production of it, but if you love someone, let them know it. We all go through life with the same struggles, the same heartbreak. We should be able to prop each other up with the same love and kindness as well. I'm sure you have something precious you can share with people. Always remember that. Nice. Akinari is the best social link, just bar none. I want to look around a little bit more, like, because Mamoru has to have someone talking about him somewhere. Spastic Grid's helping us in here. Make a move, man. It's doing so much work. These guys are probably just going to talk about Shinjiro, right? Oh, well, it looks like the cult. Maybe not. Things really calmed down this month. Check the strip mall again, and then I think that's it. Oh, those guys are gone. I guess no one wants to mention Mamoru. That's a bit strange. At least I find it strange. All's quiet. Doesn't seem like the others have returned yet. They must be enjoying the peaceful evening. Even though you've just returned from school, you're feeling very tired. You should go to sleep early. Oh man, it is quiet. I wonder what will happen if I go up to the... What's in this room? Okay, nothing happens. Strange. See, it says I'm regular. It doesn't say I'm tired. Oh well. Bothering me. Who's just in the empty seat? You don't remember either, huh? He was driving me nuts. So I see we get multiple days. So I guess maybe Fuka or Mitsuru would be here if we had actually completed their social links. Maybe. Looking for you. This came for you from Mamoru. Oh, there it is. It is school. Sorry, he's gone. It's good news for us because there's nothing standing between us and total victory. See you around. See the letter. How are things? I never knew your address, so I'm sending this to your school. Doing good, so I started to get used to the job too. But I really wanted to talk to you was Kendo. Before I had totally given up on the idea of continuing Kendo. But even so, part of me still didn't want to let it go. I had to do it, but Kendo was my whole life. I guess the plant manager realized what's up. He's helping me out. We're gonna make a Kendo team. Well, I call it a team, but it's really just a few guys at the factory. Practice after work, and sometimes on our days off. The other day we did endurance swimming at Lake Biwa. We even climbed Mount Hiei. We don't have much fancy equipment like before, so I'm not as efficient, but I'm enjoying myself. Most of the guys are just in it for fun. We don't do much serious training, but I guess it's a good handicap for me. How about you? You're still at it, right? Sure hope you're just gonna keep getting better and better. I'm almost as anxious for you to improve as I used to be about myself. A strange feeling. But hey, one day you and I are gonna go at it again. This time it'll be my turn to be your rival and get things going. Feels nice having a goal. Can't believe I'd forgotten what that was like. But yeah, my mom's getting better. She's in a sanatorium with fresh air and good doctors. My relatives and friends can buy the house, and my brothers are well taken care of too. Everything's going great these days. I feel like I'm able to take care of the people who matter to me. It's really fulfilling. It's thanks to you that it's all come together. So, thanks, man. Can't wait to see you again. You better be ready. Maybe you have something from Bebe? Ah, yes. Sebara's name should be simple and short. Oh, this letter is for you. It's all in hiragana, but it's not yours. Could you give it to whoever it's for? It's from Andre, whatever. I can't remember those long foreign names. But he's in my class, we just called him Baby. Hello, this is Bebe. The kanji is difficult for me, so I'm sorry this is all in hiragana. I learned a lot in Japan, but Bebe is still not that good. I write this with his dictionary. Bebe showed Uncle the kimono. He had much praise for it. He says that Japan is a good country. Bebe is so happy to hear this. So I tell Uncle that I want to go back to Japan. I tell him many times. He says, okay. But Bebe decided not to go back. I'm sorry. I said I'd come back, but this is a lie. Bebe didn't know. My aunt wasn't the only one who helped me study abroad. Uncle, relatives, neighbors, many people helped. They all wanted me to go back. They said we will all help pay for it. But my uncle is sad that my aunt died. Baby cannot enjoy Japan while uncle is in grief. Baby cannot take everyone's money for his own fun. Learning about Japan can be done in France too. That's why Baby will stay in France. When Baby is strong enough on his own, then I will come to Japan again. That's nice. Baby thought about how fun it is to make clothes and entered the school of fashion. Made a clothes for the school contest. Baby won first prize. And names the clothes that won first place. Good name. That's a good name. That's a good, strong name. It is named Baby Legs. The final friends. You and me, see how far apart. But I will always be close, even if you can't see me. So that will not change. Every day was fun. A lot. I wish I could see you again someday. My freshest friend. That was nice. So that's why the teachers were in the hallway. Yeah, so I guess anyone else who I had maxed would be available, but I don't have any of the school ones maxed. So I'm not sure what else there is to do. So we talked to everyone yesterday. I don't know when graduation is. Oh, my home today. By the way, I'm not feeling anxious. Okay. Already talked to all these fools. Hold on, what is there to do? Everyone's in the same place as they were yesterday. Let's just go back to the dorm. I guess you just get 2 opportunities. Yeah, okay, it just gives you 2 days. Gives you 2 days to talk to everyone in case you didn't manage on the first day. I mean, guess it was a good thing that they did, because otherwise we wouldn't gotten Mamoru Babies. Final word.
It's me, Aegis. May I please come in? Thank goodness. I'm so happy to see you again. I'm sorry to show up so suddenly, but I really needed to talk to you.
So I do seem to remember her, because neither of these options are who are you.
I remember everything. Everyone seems to have forgotten, but I remember.
Because you're a robot.
That day,
I remember too, it seems like.
I'm sorry. It's just that when I remembered, I was afraid you might go somewhere far away, like you did at the last battle. Graduation's today, isn't it? I'm sorry. The ceremony's already begun. Such nice weather outside. Do you remember? The promise we all made? Why don't we go there and wait for the others? We can enjoy the view of this peaceful...
Yeah, hooky. We're playing hooky to our own graduation. Love it. Or not. Oh, it's meanwhile.
The time to part has finally come. Though this is our last day together, we want the senior class to know that you've truly earned our respect. We wish each of you good health, happiness, and prosperity. On this auspicious occasion, I bid you all a fond farewell on behalf of the student body.
Next, a word from the valedictorian.
Oh, excuse me. I turned the volume down at the beginning. I forgot to turn it back up.
From Class D, Mitsuru Kurijo.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. This last year, I accepted an important responsibility as Student Council President. When I first addressed you from this podium, I spoke to you all about seizing opportunity while you had the chance. Well, it must have been fate that intervened and gave me an important reminder of this. As many of you may know, my father unexpectedly...
He unexpectedly passed away due to sudden illness. Sudden illness?
Oh no.
Wow, that's rare. I've never heard her stumble in a speech before.
We...
Why is everyone remembering suddenly?
Wait, wasn't I supposed to... Oh,
That's right. I remember now. Our promise.
I remember, yes. Upon my father's death, I was set adrift in life. No longer will I run from the future. I will face it head-on, in memory of my father's will. I am resolved, free from doubt or hesitation. This is because... It is because I have such wonderful, such priceless friends.
Mitsuru!
Everyone.
We swore to each other never to lose hope, no matter what tomorrow brings.
Mitsuru leapt from the stage to rejoin everyone.
Senpai, we remember about him and Igus.
Yes, of course. Let's go, everyone.
What caused him to remember so suddenly?
Where do you think you're going? We're in the middle of a ceremony.
Bye, Teach. Sucker.
The wind feels so nice. This is my first time experiencing spring, but this season will eventually pass. After fighting alongside you and facing the world's end, I finally began to understand what it means to live. Thinking for yourself, not running away, accepting the inevitable. All things eventually come to an end. Every living thing will one day disappear, only by accepting what the meaning of their life will
whoops.
be. I understand now why I was so tormented by my lack of strength. Protecting others became more than just an order I had to obey. I wanted to do it for my own reasons. I realized this once I decided to try and prevent the fall. When I thought I might never see you again, something else became clear to me. And so, I made up my mind. I decided that I would continue to protect you. I want to be your strength. I know I'm not the only one who can do this, but that's okay. My life will be worth living if it's for this reason. Thank you.
Don't cry, you're a
You're
robot.
right. What am I doing? I understand now. So I should be happy.
Hey!
Everyone! I realize now that I have friends as well. You don't have to save the world to find meaning in life. Sometimes, all you need is something simple, like someone to take care of. I'll keep on living no matter what, so that I can protect you.
Why do I feel
Thank
sleepy?
you for everything.
Sleepy boy.
You're tired.
Oh, come on. There we are, reconnected. I'm gonna turn it down. I'm disappointed we didn't get to see everything, but that's as much my fault as anyone else's, right? I love the game. I feel in some ways very vindicated, given the way that we went into it. I realized we probably lost the plot maybe halfway through, but like, to put things in perspective, this is a game where you play as an analog for Christ and conquer death. It is a very Christocentric game. The whole game is about a return from failure, about coming face to face with not only the prospect of failure, but then also conquering the fear of it. Conquering despair, conquering fear, conquering especially the fear of failure in particular. That's what the game is about. That's what all of the social links are about, to differing degrees. Some of them, like Akinari, are more literal than others, but that's what they're all about. Each and every one of them is about learning to live in failure. Learning to live with its possibility, learning to live with its reality, finding ways around it and conquering it, but then also, in conquering failure, turning it to your own benefit. Actually moving on and taking those mistakes and learning from them and building on them. And that's just a great message. Overall, it's just a great message. Can't really argue with that. And the fact that it goes out of its way to put Christ at its center it enhances the metaphor. It enhances the metaphor very incredibly. To be totally honest, I talked about this when we first started. The fact that this turns into Persona 5 is so strange to me, not to mention just plain tragic. I've discussed my issues with it before, but Persona 3, I've said this before, that the start and the beginning and the ending are the most important parts of the story. And because, it seems to me, I correctly read the game at the start, my opinions at the end, my analysis at the end, really hasn't changed all that much. It's only become more contextualized. The whole point, the whole lesson, the whole theme of Persona 3, there are two themes, I guess I should say. The first is conquering despair, conquering the fear of failure, moving on and learning how to learn from your mistakes, becoming strong enough to face the world and to change and to grow. And then there's Persona 5, which says, don't change, don't grow, you're perfect the way you are, just be yourself and everything will turn out fine. Every single social link in this game has been about how being yourself is a bad idea. And how you are a terrible, flawed person in need of change, desperate need of change. Chihiro needs to become brave. Kazushi needs to learn to get over himself. Mamoru needs to learn how to let go of his attachments and value what's really important, his family. Kenji learns that he's not the center of the universe. Nozomi has a similar reflection. Bebe learns that as much as he wants to live in Japan, his family is more important than that. And he needs to value them more than he has in the past. He can't be so self-centered. Akinari's whole thing is literally about finding purpose in your life. And how even if you fail to find purpose in your life, your life can still serve a purpose for the people around you through your death. Even if your life, you have struggled finding value in your life, you can find value. Other people will find value in your death if you live a good life. Unfortunately, the other social links, who didn't get far enough to really complete them. Yukari, simple as hers was all about her realizing that, hey, she can be kind of a bitch sometimes. And she needs to learn how to be vulnerable and how, in a certain way, to control her emotions. All of them are about change and growth and how they are imperfect and in desperate need of healing, desperate need to be fixed. That's not true. In Persona 5, the only thing that's ever conquered is insecurity. That's it. That's the only thing that's ever conquered is insecurity. The only way characters ever change is becoming increasingly shameless about quote-unquote who they really are. It's a total inversion. I was right to say it from the beginning. I'm hammering it home now at the end. It's a complete inversion. And I'm wondering what changed between when this game was made and Persona 5 that changed that. How is it that Persona 3 has Christ as its protagonist and Persona 5 has Satan as its protagonist? How is that? How is that? Because when I went into this game, I went in with that question of, was Persona 5 always just worldly, materialist, thematic garbage? Because as games, they're awesome, but thematically, they're awful, and they're bad for you. This game is not. This game is good for you. This game is good for the soul. This game is good for the heart. This game has good themes which will help you as a person. It is a good story, and it contains within it several good, small stories. I mean, hell, it's like half the NPCs were trying to fix broken marriages. If it were Persona 5, it'd be like, yeah, you're damn right, I divorced my wife, she's awful, and I deserve better than her. Like, no, it's like, I messed up. I was wrong, and I need to apologize, and I need to make amends. I wonder what happened, and I want to play Persona 4 to figure that out. I'm probably not going to stream Persona 4. Probably not going to stream Persona 4, because although I love story-oriented games, it's very difficult to stream, because people, you need to watch the previous streams in order to really enjoy this one, and so it makes entry difficult. I'm interested to see what happens on YouTube, because Persona Reload has come out, and so I've started to see clips show up in my feed, and so Persona 3 content's going to have a little bit of a resurgence. Still. Yeah. That's the game. I will definitely... I don't know when. I am going to play Persona 4, probably on my off time. And depending on if I'm still streaming, because you never know what will happen, my life's going to go through some changes in the coming months. But I'll probably maybe do a stream or something where I just talk about it. Because the other thing is that from what I know of Persona 4, I actually am afraid of causing a scandal with that game. I am actually afraid of causing a scandal, as I think streaming Persona 5 would be a scandal. Because it's just a thematically bad game with bad values. From what I know of Persona 4, I have a similar inclination to believe. I've not seen total gameplay of it, so I don't know if it's good, bad, or just kind of weird. But I want to see the transition. I want to see the transition. I want to see how this turned into devil worship in the later games. I just want to figure that out. I want to solve that mystery. But I don't want to cause a scandal. I don't want to accidentally end up advertising things that are unhealthy. So I'm going to do that in my off time. But yeah, we will have one more Persona 3 stream. I'm going to keep that in the back. Actually, no. Screw it. I'm not going to keep it in my back pocket. At some point this week, I don't know if I'm going to do it Thursday. I might do it Thursday. I'm going to do a stream where we're going to do a tier list. We're going to do a tier list of all the social links, as well as all the main character personas. That's what we're going to do. Okay? So we've got one more Persona 3 video. And after that, we'll probably just be playing Pal World for a while, because I've been having a blast doing that. After that, I haven't made up my mind yet. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here, or the stream here, and I'll be back in a few minutes after I get the next stream set up. And then we'll play that for an hour and